All right, check. We should be going live. I believe we are. Give it a moment for some more people to join in. But how's everyone doing? I hope you are happy to have an enjoyable day to come and watch for a little bit on Empyrion here. We are going to be testing out a new hover vessel today, as well as doing a polar trip. Check out the polar caps and just see how far this new vessel can get us. So, hi, Lucario. Glad you could join in. And for those of you watching this later, also, I'm going to go ahead and mention while we're getting some people in that I was looking at Social Blade, and on this day, May 19th, 2017, I had a total of 75 subscribers at the time, and now YouTube's showing me 4,527 subscribers. So in a year, I have gained almost 4,500 subscribers. Hello, Frederick. So glad to see how much everything has just grown in a year. Glad to see how things are going, and it's been a really good, feeling to see that kind of growth now. And I think, yeah, we've got a few people joining in now, so we're going to go ahead and get going. And as I said, we are testing out a new hover vessel today, and that is one sent to me from XCaliber. I don't think he is in yet, but this is one of his new ones. This is the not the Sanctuary. I've noticed the designs, you have to actually be standing on top pretty much. This is the Drill Pup MUT. So it's basically just a comparison type vehicle to the one over here, the little multi-tool, was it DMC multi-tool custom that I did, which the original one has the laser turret, or the laser drills, has the drill turret, has a multi-turret, and I had to take that off to get the cost down. Hey, Don. So here we have XCaliber's take on that kind of thing, his design, which, as you can see, is pretty much the same thing. It has regular drills on it. It has some Gatling guns. We have two turrets instead of one for defense. We also have the harvester module and more Gatling guns here. So you actually have Gatling guns on each direction. And interestingly, we have more harvest boxes here. We have some regular cargo boxes. There is a mobile constructor that kind of gets hidden away behind that shutter door at times. We do have on each side some fridges tucked behind shutter doors there. So you actually have a large number of fridges on this, 4 on the front sides there. And coming here, we have another fridge. We have an O2 station, armor locker, and a passenger seat. So if you're playing with friends, you actually have a spot for a friend to sit on this. But this is the vehicle we are testing out today. And we're going to do, as I said, a polar trip. We have not been to the polar cap yet, and people have been asking for that. And yes, John Henry, this is the new one. XCaliber, hit me up about trying it out, so I decided what better way than we'll try it out here. I did have to dismantle my Scarab from J. Randall, so no offense, J. Randall. It's just I'm trying out some different ones before Alpha 8 goes full release. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be pretty interesting to use. And more importantly, I've already built or made a ton of biofuel. So this has got 200 cans of biofuel in it, so 67% power loaded in. So we should be pretty good on that. If you look at my hotbar there, you see I have 8, or on hotbar slot 8, I have 16 cans of vegetables. You see, I've got more biofuel still going, still plenty going on this. Just a ton of that. And yeah, nothing right there for the moment. My plants are growing a lot better now that I fixed the airtight aspect. And we got some more spice. Let's get this going, because I will be gone for a while today on this trip. So I want to make sure everything is harvested as much as possible. And I've noticed the plants in there are growing extremely well. It's not an issue with the plants inside, it's the plants outside. If I go out here, these plants over this way that I harvested maybe during my first live stream no longer will even let me harvest them at all. So there's definitely a bug Hey, George. Thank you for joining us. You haven't missed much yet. We're just getting started. And yeah, as I was saying, these plants seem to be bugged since the first time I harvested them during, I believe, the first live stream for most of those. Or maybe the second live stream. They have not allowed me to harvest them again. They are showing fully grown. I've got my plants in the grow beds actually growing and working fine, but the ones in the actual terrain are not working. We are going to take some extra health supplies too, because we've got a new update that has made a change to the medical scanners that makes them a lot more necessary. And I've got some emergency rations, but I think this stockpile of canned vegetables will be enough. I've got ammo, I've got stuff. Let's go ahead and get some food in me since my food level is getting a little low. We are going to load up, and basically today my plan is to take this vehicle and go just explore for as long as we can until either I have no more storage, I have too much stuff that I need to bring it back, or we find a really good spot that I want to just focus on trying to take apart, maybe come back, get my vehicle there and fly over there. But we are going to be heading, I think it's that way there, yes, in that direction. And there are two different directions this can go, of course, so you can use the harvester module. I think we're going to actually go with the harvester side forward, because if I run into trees, then I can just go ahead and start collecting them. So we are going to head out now, and look, I've got over 107 hours right now, or 107 minutes right now of power. So I think we've got enough to go for the entire live stream. I hope. If not, it's like the description says on the workshop, I am actually able to make my own fuel as I go with this. I'm just noticing I'm going this direction, but it says I am going south. So are we actually inverted? I had not noticed that before. I would assume this would be the North Pole and this would be the South Pole, but I am facing south. So is this like is the compass messed up when you drive from a different direction in the vehicle, or is our planet flipped the other way? I'm just used to seeing north on top of the globe. I would assume that would be it. Anybody else experienced that or noticed that in their game so far? Now let's go ahead and chop a couple of trees down just to get some fuel. And yeah, these are annoying. You have to get low for these to interact properly. Alright, we got that. Now, I'm glad they fixed the problem that we're not having supplies drop from collection. Try the air cockpit. Let's do that real quick. We'll switch. So now I'm facing south. That way. And that's north. I don't even have to try the air cockpit. I get out and it says that. So apparently, yes, there's something to do with the mechanism they're using as in terms of the way you aim your vehicle. I guess that based on where the first cockpit gets put on the vehicle. So if you have a cockpit on one side, that gets counted as the forward facing side first, I guess. And then the secondary one gets treated as the, you know, back cockpit. That seems a little problematic, I think. But yeah, we are going north, not south. We're going the right direction. That's weird, though. That's weird. Definitely need to, that's something the devs, I think, need to try to tweak and fix. So we got lots of trees, lots of water right through here. And this, you know, vehicle is actually pretty fast. It's not slow. It's moving very quickly. It's got a good maneuverability to it. I mean, look at that. I mean, I just go every which way I need to. Got some nice open areas here. All ships have that one direction. Yeah, I know they did that, but they also changed it where you have to still have things going. And oh, we've got a chunk loading error. I think this is the first one I've seen in this game like this. I've seen this in other games where, like Colony Survival, that Minecraft style game, I've seen that happen if you move too quickly. It can cause a chunk like that to happen, but that's the first time I've seen a chunk loading error like that here. And it's probably to do with the new terrain changes. Alright, so yeah, the ship has 2 cockpits, one facing the opposite direction. It doesn't show properly. I feel like they need to fix that. Like, either fix it where it shows correctly, or have it where at least the, you can then control the, like, the harvester module from this side. Like, if I'm facing this way, I can't see the harvester module, so give me the ability to, you know, drive backwards into something and use it that way. That would make it easier. Then you could just have people that just drive backwards all the time to harvest trees. Unbuildable radar dish for hover vehicles? I do not know. I have not tried placing a decorative radar on this. I'm assuming I haven't seen anything about actual, you know, functional radar in this. Hello, Danielle. Glad you can join us today. Alright, that's enough of the little rocks. I can come back. We've started finding some actual resource deposits. Let's check the polar cap out. They did fix the unbuildable radar dish. Now, I know the big thing that I'm saying now, I talked with XCaliber a little bit about this, is the fact that, you know, the new update made a big change to the medical scanners. They are really pushing for those to be a lot more critical to have in your bases and capital vessels, in terms of certain ailments having to have those, or you have to make certain medical supplies to cover those elements. And if you don't, now I didn't read too much into it myself, but what XCaliber was telling me is, like, if you break your leg, you don't heal your broken leg, you can end up suffering deformity or something like that. Malformity. It'll heal on the wrong way, and it'll just make things all messed up. Build a radar so you can find resource and points of interest. What? So they changed it so you don't just find them being in proximity, or is it the radar increases the range? Like so many people were saying, they need to make it where you can scan them, like find points of interest and such easier because of the greater distance between everything. And yes, we are having fun, Danielle. Or I'm having fun trying out this new vehicle that XCaliber told me to check out of his. I see the polar cap has this nice little slope going up, and then it just seems to be like a completely flat polar cap. That might be to do with the new terrain generation that happened in one of the recent updates. I also saw, and this was asked, I have not tested it yet. I will be testing it this week, but we do have a repair control console thing in the game now that I'm assuming is what's supposed to be used for controlling the repair bay module to let it do, you know, like restore to blueprint style repairs. And we are closing in on the actual North Pole. I want to find that spot where the compass starts spinning around wildly. Handheld radar thing. I did see something about that, like in my, I think it was under tools or miscellaneous. Yeah, radar suit thing. So I guess we have to, we actually have to build a radar now to use anything. Let's check and see if I can actually do anything with my survival constructor. Don't see it. I did notice mobile air con. I'm assuming your container or production. I did notice that. We've got a mobile constructor there. on that side. If I, get up here where I can stop for a second. Or, you know what, let's just do this. We'll just go with finding it somewhere around here. What? There we go. So, what do we have? Not food, weapons, items. Yeah, okay, there we go. So electronics, optical fiber, and a computer. And I don't have any major resources yet. It's raining. And it also looks to be very grassy for a North Pole type thing. I mean, global warming, maybe? Or this is considered tundra and not Arctic? I think we're closing in, though, on the actual North Pole. I'm waiting for this to, like, just flip all the way around. It should be any second now, I would think. And, oh, hey, yeah, we've got actual, like... Oh! Okay. So, kind of like the green wall that we had before, it just flipped me around. Yeah, okay, yeah, so we found our North Pole. And it's doing the same kind of thing as the green wall. It's still, you don't see a green wall, but it's kind of loading like there's a green wall there. So, well, we know what the pole does. I guess let's head back towards where there's actual grass and some more boulders, see what kind of stuff I can get. Maybe actually get the supplies, make everything, get the radar going. We'll try. Again, I just want to take this. Let's go as long as we can for a little while without having to go back to the base. Enjoy the nice, lovely lightning show here. Now, dig at the pole. Oh, I'm sure I can dig in this section as far as the actual... You cannot do this near poles. No. You cannot dig at the pole. So, maybe the ground's frozen too hard or something? Yes, that's not gonna let you dig at the pole. Question is, how far does it actually consider it to be the pole? Alright, so, near the poles. I'm right next to it too, so let's go a little distance. We'll try it again. George, we will try, if I can, I'll get the materials and see if we can make one of those radars to test here before we call it an into today's stream. I'm interested to see myself how well that works. Alright, so the pole's here. We're a good distance away. Let's see if it counts now. Oh! Still says pole, so I'm assuming it's going to be something to do with where the red dome was prior to Alpha 8, removing that. I see some of our lovely trees over there in the distance. So we'll try it right along that ridge where the slope ends as it's coming up and it just kind of flattens out. We'll see how that works. So like right here, yep, not able to drill there, but we're going down a slope and I can drill here. So it's basically where the red dome was, right there, as it's like right here crossing into this flat area. Yep, right there, flat area. Come on, go. I want to find that magic little corner there. There we go, right there. I found it. So you can dig down. You can't dig under the pole because it'll stop you from digging too close, but there you go. We can actually dig all the way up to where that red dome would have been. We've got crushed stone. I'm not seeing anything in terms of carbon or copper, iron, silicon, anything like that so far. It's plain rocks. So we probably need to find some better stones like these, maybe. Or that, right there. Iron, 2 iron ore. Man, crushed stone I can use to make the different ore types right here if I get stuck off of that. Let's see, maybe, nope. Thank you, George, for that. I really like doing the workshop reviews. They're pretty interesting to see all the different designs people come up with. That's why I like games that do the workshop integration, that have some way to share things like that. You just get more creativity, I think, more inspiration, because somebody will think of something you didn't. Oh, we got some silicon there. More crushed stone. Let's go. I think that might be. More crushed stone. Coarse crushed stone. Let's see how well this works if I lower down just above ground level. Make these boulders a little bit easier to harvest. I think that silicon right there. Nope. Crushed stone. And I'm not finding anything that's hard. You know, no copper, iron, silicon, nothing like that in large quantities. And we're not seeing any marks on the map so far. I think I'm actually in between drill points on the end. Let's just see what I've got. Let's take a look at my storage real quick. Yeah, I'm thinking I may have enough to actually, yeah, you know, use the crushed stone to do it. And you know what, this is gonna be easier. Just go this way. This makes me miss having the ability to look in one container and have everything just combined together in one storage area. Let's see, constructor, we go. I'm gonna dump everything in. We're gonna make a bunch of biofuel too. But I need, where's that? Radar. I don't have optical fiber stuff. Or electronics and computer. I'm missing stuff for electronics and computer. Computer. Don't have enough for electronics. I'm assuming then I just don't have enough for silicon is what it's saying. It's not making me make the ore. Wait. I can make silicon ore, so let's just do that right there like that. Make some copper ore. Maybe it's the copper I'm missing right now. So, let's see. Connie, are you asking how to save like blueprints that you make, or save like a blueprint to the workshop, like from the workshop? What do you need to know? Be glad to try to help you out. If it's a blueprint you've made, something you want to save, I believe it is the right alt button and O. If I remember right. Try that. Or not. I think maybe I have to actually be out of the vessel. Do it. Let's look at it. Yes. And I'll give you the option to save as overwrite. That's what it is. Oh, just the, not the left alt button. It's not just alt button. It's the right alt button and O. Only. Then you can do that, and you can save it if you just want to save it for yourself, and then just hit publish if you want to put it on the workshop for everybody to enjoy. Alright, let's see. I'm getting back to nice green-ish land and the beach. Not too far away from the base. We're not sticking with going back to the base for the moment. I do have supplies there, but I don't want to go back yet. I want to explore, see what we get here. And of course, I should soon have enough, I think. It'll let me out. Should be about to where, is it this one? No. I have to figure out which harvest box is the first one. Which one is first? Gonna be in that one, isn't it? Nope. So the second one. Alright. And constructor down. Toss some more stone in. Got silicon. No copper. We'll do. I don't have enough. Not enough crushed stone. Aircon and the suit constructor will leverage level temperature in a 1-2 block range, 25 degrees. Ah, so it's keep you yourself from like overheating, like to protect yourself from adverse temperatures. How well does that work is going to be my question. Like if I use it here. Oh, and I see something new. Iron deposit. So I'm picking up an iron deposit. So we don't have to have the radar thing to detect them, period. It's probably more of the radar thing is to expand our detection range. That looks like copper. Yes, copper ore. Do we have a nice little thing in the distance there too? I'm avoiding getting shot at just yet. Brand new hover vessel. I don't want to lose it already. And that says defense 1. Let's see. I've got my sniper rifle. Let's take a little zoom here. One turret. Well out of my range, but there is a turret there. And looks to be it. That's all. So we also got the bugs here. Hi, Mr. Bug. That didn't work. Ah, my aim is bad. Bad aim. Bad aim. I wish they would stop making things, you know, deselect when you try to move your cursor, and instead it just rotates you completely. Access monster constructor. Nope, need to click the access button. All right, let's do that then. Let's go. Wait, fridge. I'll take one of my fridges. Ah, there we go. Nice. Thank you for that, Frederick. So many good ships, bases on workshop. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the workshop that's good to try out. That's why I enjoy these, doing the videos like that so much. And now, I know we got Danielle on the chat. I don't think I've seen anything from XCaliber yet. I figure he'd be piping in about me using his design. But it was Contraceptic. Subscriber Contraceptic mentioned something to me in a comment, and he messaged me about it, about doing like challenges for those of you who are ship and base designers out there. So I'd love to hear what everybody has to think about that, like a special design challenge. Like, Danielle, would you want me to say, hey, let me see if you can build me something like this? And how will you feel about that if you want to try doing those sorts of things? Because I've got some ideas. I would like to see if we could come up with some stuff for that. Try getting him to chat, but he's not responding. Ah. He could be busy with his kids. That's fine. Alright, we are going to swap sides. Because I want to get some more trees. Chop down. Good bit of resources. And that's the nice thing about having these ships with the harvester and, of course, mobile constructor. You make your own fuel as you go. Basically, we should not have to worry about running out of fuel, other than it being maybe a little slow to produce some of that fuel. And I'm seeing spice here, so I kind of want to jump out and grab some spice real quick. You missed the first part. What I said. So Contraceptic, one of my other subscribers. I'm not sure if he's on the chat yet. He hasn't said anything. Mentioned doing special building challenges for those of you who are designers. You know, saying like, hey, can you come up with a ship design that is under this resource requirement and has these features, for example? Something like that. Because, you know, he thought that might be something interesting for some of us to do, you know, designer-wise. Like, say, hey, you know, what can you come up with? And that mushroom finally works as a mushroom. That was not working previously. We had a mushroom that could not be picked as a mushroom, and now it can be. So that's nice to see. But yes, basically doing, you know, can you figure out a way to make this work more efficiently, or can you figure out a way to make these work? And I'm hoping that we'll see some new improvements later on in Alpha 8, or even when we get to Alpha 9, of stuff in terms of, like how we have in Planet Nomads, you can actually link boxes together. I'm not saying, hey, you know, devs, put conveyors in this, but some kind of mechanism, something where you could expand the cargo capacity of an advanced constructor, or more importantly, have a cargo box that is directly linked to that constructor, so it can draw automatically from there. Maybe the same thing for, like, you know, a smart fridge. Yes, if you do a design, Danielle, it will be like, you know, challenge video. If we do that, I'm not saying it would be like an individual, you know, video for each design, but it might be like, here's a challenge, and we'll take all the entries, take the top ones, kind of do a video showcasing all of them. Or if my schedule allows for it, I might try to incorporate an additional live stream at some point. I'm actually thinking about that anyway, of maybe doing, you know, community voted, where everybody votes for a certain design to be covered, and I'll cover it in a live stream. We'll actually go through it together live. Instead of just doing a showcase video, it'll be an actual test and try it out with everybody in the chat and see what everybody wants me to test, what everybody wants to, you know, suggest for it, see what we can try out. Maybe do something different like that. I'm trying to come up with some different things I can incorporate into the channel, and maybe some more live streaming options. Alright, where we've gotten far away from the defense one, which is right next to an iron deposit. That's fine. I'm not worried about iron right now. I've got a pretty good amount of iron. I want other supplies. There we go. Maybe, yeah, do like a issue the challenge this week and do a live stream of it next, or a video of it the next. And oh, what are we shooting? Probably one of the bugs over here. Yeah, it's one of the bugs. I noticed the turrets randomly shoot the alien insects just at random. Like, they're not even attacking me. They just start getting shot at by the turrets. But yes, Nathan, it'd be kind of, you know, issue the challenge. Maybe not necessarily the next week, because I know some people are going to have busy schedules. Maybe would like to submit a design for the challenge, but not have time that week to get to it. You know, we all have personal lives, jobs, things to worry about. So, you know, it's something I'm just tossing in the air, you know, saying, hey, what do you guys think? So if everybody's in for that, I would love to, you know, hear from it. You know, if you're watching this later, not during the stream, you can put a comment below saying it. But yeah, that's a consideration I've got. Is maybe either a new video series of just challenges, or live stream of those designs, something like that. They randomly attack and retreat. Well, you know, that would definitely explain why it just randomly shoots at them. Of course, that's, you know, I would assume that at some point the devs would have to think about a way to make it feel more realistic, maybe in terms of how do you instantly know that bug is aggressive or not, or, you know, that raptor is running straight at me while I'm outside, then yeah, that's aggressive. If it's just kind of like looking at me funny, does that count? Like, hey, I don't like you looking at me like that. I'm gonna shoot you. We need something where it can actually, you know, some kind of method for giving some realism, I think, to detection of aggression from the animals, the creatures in the game. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I want to do it where if we do the challenge, it's not going to be the next week. It might be 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later. You know, everybody's got work. Everybody's got personal lives. Some of you have, you know, school to deal with too, I'm sure. So it's not something I'll be pushing too much. Maybe a monthly challenge. Maybe here's the start of the month. Here's the challenge for the month. And the last week of the month, we'll do the challenge video and go through all the different, you know, design submissions for the challenge. Maybe something like that. That way you have 3 weeks to really work on it. always shoot raptors that look at you funny. I generally shoot just the dark raptors, the night. I think it's the night raptors is what they changed the name of them to. At one point they were like rogue raptors or something like that. I guess they figured that was a little too hard to roll off the tongue. But oh, I see it. Little iron spot here. And let's check and see how my my harvesting's going and my production. Yeah, I need to dump some more stuff in fridge. There we go. Oh, and mushrooms. Gotta dump that in. And then we need mobile constructor. Dump, 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 dump. So now, can I make... Yes, I can. Radar suit. That is a long list of stuff that just got added right there automatically. So yeah, we'll drive for a minute and let that happen. I do like that in this game, you add something, it will automatically add other stuff that needs to be built for you. You don't get that in Planet Nomads. It'll sit there with it in queue until you have the supplies there, not building it, so you can always, you know, add them from another printer. But in this, it'll just start making it as long as it's got supplies, and then if it runs out of supplies, it can't make any more, it empties that command out of the queue. Which is one thing I wish it wouldn't do in some cases. I wish you could toggle between them. In some cases, maybe you want it to clear if it runs out of supplies. In their case, you want it to keep it in queue until you add other supplies. Let's see. Ah, come on, come on. A little weird on the... I'm trying not to target with the middle drills too much. They seem to be missing a little bit on some of the boulders if I am aimed straight at them. Now, see something I don't remember seeing so far in this one, or at least not often. Used to be you would see this all over the place. And now, not so much. The corn dog plants are no longer called corn dog plants. They're just plant protein. Like you just ruined my fun there. It was corn dog plants. It was funny. Now it's just plant protein. It's boring. No longer called a corn dog. Didn't it? Yeah, there we go. You had another little one over here. We'll check this one. Not much. This is actually a little easier to do this aiming wise than the drill turrets on it. Or not turrets, the drills themselves. Alright. So, is my radar done? Yes, it is. Put that. I have to read things shortly. Alright, there we go. That. And that. There we go. So, I have a mobile or radar for my suit. I don't see anything active, you know, going on the map. It's not showing me a circle or ping type thing. Let's put it here. I know the ore scanner, you don't have to actually have it handheld. It just kind of works. I'm assuming this will be the same way. I don't see anything still, and I'm holding it. And I have no interaction with it. So, yeah, I'm assuming it's just... It's supposed to just work. Corn dog plant name. And speaking of names, anybody figure out where we can put in a petition for the Gluteus plasmicus bug? Because we are going to get the big butt plasma bugs named Gluteus plasmicus. Or something along that line. But we need a petition for the devs to put in, say, bring back the corn dog plant and name these Gluteus plasmicus. Because they shoot things from their butt. Come on, it's funny. It'd be funny. It'd be like, hey, this is named this because of Mr. Spicy and his subscribers. They all went and signed a petition to have this name Gluteus plasmicus because they're butt plasma bugs from Starship Troopers. I wonder if we actually really need a petition. Maybe we just need to start a thread that the devs will see somewhere and be like, hey, you know, everybody go and submit your thumbs up, your recommendation. Say yes, Gluteus maximus or Gluteus plasmicus for the butt bugs. I don't want to follow just on the polar cap region here. I feel like, yeah, we'll get around the planet a little bit faster, but I don't want to go back southward, do some exploring that way. Am I on the updates? I guess we could. We just need to get enough comments going saying, hey, next update, name the bugs Gluteus plasmicus. Thread on the forum. That would be the one there, I think, is going to be the best thing. Is we need to start a thread on the forum, let people vote on the name. I'm surprised there's not something like that already. Like, hey, guys, what do you want some of the creature names to be other than alien bug? No, it doesn't have to be scientific sounding. Just be like other than alien bug, alien insect. You know, same thing. Just get the community to put in some suggestions for creature names. Be fun. You know, saves the devs some work. They come up, you know, with some really creative ideas. Be like, oh hey, you know, that's a good name there. We'll use that one. Like Gluteus plasmicus, the butt plasma bugs. We'll always have that claim to fame that we helped name the butt plasma bugs. Bug's current name, I don't know. Every time I try to get close to them, they shoot at me with homing, like little. It looks like fireflies. Honestly, looks like little pink, purplish fireflies that home in on you. And oh wait, look at the map, everyone. Look at that. See, there is a red bar with me facing this way. There's a little red bar up top. You see there's a smaller one inside. Well, it looks like there's 4 segments, like 4 tick marks. Let's go this way. Let's see what changes. Maybe that's saying there's a, you know, aggressive enemy point of interest in this direction, and as I get closer, it's going to, oh no, iron deposit. Okay, we got an iron deposit, and that's gone away. So maybe it's like this direction, and then the little ticks are actually to help you kind of line it up. Interesting. That's a little different. Okay. And that gives me, so it gives you a hint of where something might be. Like, all right, here, let's see. Okay, so I'm turning. It's not shifting the inside tick at all. That little mark is staying in place. It's just telling me there's something in this direction. So I'm assuming the little tick marks are maybe the size, maybe a reference for how big it is, maybe what it is. And oh, we got another one over there too. Look at that. I really want to know what those ticks are supposed to stand for. So we got a copper deposit now in that direction. And defense 1. Not the same. Nope. We've got defense 1 and a defense 1. So I've got 2 places to attack. Quantity. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Ah, that would make sense. Oh. Wow, they're firing at me already with better aim. Or better, you know, planning on which direction to shoot. Or are they actually shooting at the dinosaurs, maybe? Oh, good distance away. Alright, we got another one here. So I'm liking this radar. This helps. So I have the personal suit radar. Is that going to be a big difference if I, you know, between that and the radar dish, the functional one on the hover vessel? Like if I put it on the hover vessel, is it going to be that much more? And vehicle port. Now we're getting somewhere. We've got, oh wow, okay. They don't like me. And I think I lost something. It looked like something may have blown. Wow, I'm getting hit long range. Like I can't even see the distance to it, and they're still shooting at me at that point. Let's kind of creep forward a little bit. I'm assuming that's 3 or 4 turrets up there, and they've got a range about 500 meters on it. HV radar has longer range. Okay, so I do need to still build the radar. We're finding some good stuff now, finally, at least. Keep my... Oh, I'm back in range. I'm back in range. Yep. Saw that tree get hit. Oh, come on. Leave me alone. Still no drone base. So let's take a look, Wild Guy. I got vehicle port, defense 1, defense 1. Look at the spread for some of this. Like, I mean, granted, there was mountains there before with the original rendering of the map before they last changed to the terrain generation. So there probably won't be anything there, but wow. Handheld is 1 kilometer and HV is 2.5 kilometers. Okay. Yeah, we need to get the HV radar dish going, which means I probably need to look, see if I have unlocked it so far. Hover vessel, let's take a look. It'll be new on here, right? Yep, radar vessel T1. We'll do generator. I haven't unlocked anything just because I've been using the the blueprints. So we have that. Probably need to actually get out, eat some food too. And now let's see what we can do to make the radar. Go there. Don't see it there. Radar. Yep, got enough stuff for it. So we'll let that build for a second. And take a look. Anything in the distance. Very misty. Very, very misty. So, while that's building, I've actually want to check. I'm assuming that they're going to add the same thing to the small vessels, or the small vessels just automatically have it built in because you're flying above the ground type of thing. So I would think if they don't add it to the small vessel, this could be very well their way of making hover vessels a little bit more useful again. And let's do this. So yeah, XCaliber's design is about to be revamped already. I don't have any other design styles to it, just kind of is. Alright, so it's not pretty. It's not even actually mounted on there. Great. See if it'll... Yes, I picked it up. Okay, so I don't have to rebuild it. I don't want to sit on it. So I guess we're going to put it right here. Like that. Does that actually sit attached? Yes, it does. And it's at an angle. That's nice. Well, at least it looks like it's at an angle. Alright, so there we go. We have a radar on it, and yeah, look at that. Right away, off the bat, sitting here with nothing showing up, it's picking up something that way. And I'm assuming it is hopefully not the vehicle port that I've already detected. I mean, that's, yeah, I've already got that one detected and been shot at repeatedly and still getting shot at. Oh, yeah. So we'll have to come back. But yes, I would assume, George, like you're saying, that it's probably something to keep the hover vessels a little bit more important in game. It does seem like, at least up to this point, normally once you get a small vessel, you use the hover vessel less. Of course, they added, well, you got drill turrets, which are not really the best. And then the multi-turret, which is really useful for taking apart a point of interest, so you're not just sitting there manually going through bit by bit with the with your handheld multi-tool. Instead, you can sit there and be like, oh hey, you know, just hit this once or twice and that whole block has been collected. Saves you time. Very fast, not as accurate, not as, you know, clean use. I have had plenty of times where it went too quickly and caused something to, you know, break off of a base. But I can see why they're trying to do more stuff like that. You know, usually I get, here's my mining hover vessel and I was done. Never really worried about anything else. But we're going back towards the base because there's something in this direction. But not as far as the base, I would assume. You said 2.5 kilometers for the distance, so Wow, okay. Another one over this way. Let's go. Let's try to cut corner-wise, maybe. See what we can find. Nope. I'm in the middle of 3 things now. Great. Okay, spaceport. Found a spaceport. Where? Okay, to my right. There we go. And that was the one that was kind of like, oh, no, 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 no. No, no. Did y'all see that laser just kind of go forward like that? It didn't exactly hit quite right. I need a tank. I'm going to have a tank to go and do something. Ball line on inside. That was mentioned earlier. Remember, Dawn said that shows quantity of what the radar is detecting. So if it detects like 3 ticks, you have 3 different things in that direction. Which, so far, all we're seeming to find is 1 in every direction. So yeah, that's not worth so well. And hey, look, it just changed direction on me. So went too far in the wrong direction. Oh, and now it's changing again. Let's assume it's this way. Somewhere in the mist. Again, changing the direction. There it is, iron deposit. Smaller iron deposit. This does make things a lot easier to find. Like, I'm actually finding a good number of resource deposits right now because of this. Actually helps a lot. And I am at 43 minutes on fuel. Probably a good time to get some fuel production going, huh? What do you say? Let's get some fuel going. I don't need that. We need this. Maybe 50 be enough for now. Alright, let's go back this way. Got another one showing up there. Just fog everywhere right now. Oh. I think I heard, you know, one of the plant dinosaurs, the herbivores. Not Diplodocus, something like that. It's the one with the little beak thing behind their head. Sound like maybe them over there. We're going in this direction, hopefully to find not something else that's attacking me. Where's my damage level at? 98%. I'm fine. So I'm good right now. 98% health on this. Maybe I didn't lose anything too significant. Definitely protective against drones. Not so much heavily armed bases. That's why I like to use disposable ships for that. But we know where they are. I'll come back with my flying vessel taken out. Oh, weapons bunker. Yep, another one. It's yeah, gonna shoot at me like that. Thanks a lot. Oh. Oh. Well, we're finding some good points of interest, some new ones. Parasaur. That's what the dinosaur is. Thank you, John Henry. And we're going, you know, away from sunrise. Oh, silicon deposit, so I actually have a bit more of that I can get. Let's see, that's... Oh. Shooting another one of those, I guess, you know, alien bugs. Let's, yeah, go back this way. We'll just keep going. More southbound. And see what we can find. Glad there's nothing else showing up in the middle of the water like the power station did last week. That radar dish just looks so out of place on this. I think we're going to see a lot of reworks on some hover vessel designs now to incorporate that radar dish into the design element itself. Since it's going to be so much more necessary to have it. That's way too, you know, that's going to be way too helpful not to have it on a hover vessel. Especially if you're wanting it to be one that you're using for exploring. Like this. This is clearly for going out exploring, doing stuff, because it's for harvesting, carrying supplies, and has some defensive elements, not meant for taking down a big point of interest. Not seeing anything on radar yet. I guess there's like a big series going in this way. It's like a design almost. Danielle, you are being very quiet right now. Normally you're the most talkative one, or one of the most talkative ones in the chat. So how is everyone doing right now? Everybody having had a good week, enjoying life? Nothing bad happening to anyone? I hope. That's, you know, nobody's having anything really bad. Tired today? Too much work designing that big ship you've been talking about? Is that, Daniel? Just too much going in, like, what was the size class 87 or something? John Henry is fighting bandits. What game are you fighting bandits in? Nathan, you're building a new CV and having builder's block. Well, got any questions? Maybe want to ask the chat for some suggestions. Maybe mention kind of what you're going for. Let us, everybody, you know, kind of chime in. Say maybe try this. You rebuilding something you've done in the past, or you whole new concept design? 12-hour shift to watch a pump. So to make sure the pump keeps pumping, right, Frederick? Sure, that's an exciting thing to do. I can feel you on that. I had to sit there before doing a you know, overnight support shift for a medical client, where they needed somebody there. You know, it was 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and it was just me by myself. So I basically sat there watching a computer screen, waiting for a trouble ticket to come in, and had my iPad to the side watching YouTube videos. That was pretty much my night at that time. We've got another tick somewhere on the map, and oh, what? I feel like I might be running low on ammo before too long. Yeah, they've used up all my bullets in the guns. I may have to make some more ammo soon. Oh, pump in the middle of the field so it doesn't get stolen. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm assuming it's got to be a small pump if it's that easy to steal, or maybe it's just something that valuable that somebody's going to come and try to steal it. A lot of copper in it or something. You know, I've read stories of people stealing, you know, radio towers out of, you know, somebody's property, where they had like a big ham radio tower from like maybe their grandfather being a hobbyist, you know, radio guy, and they'd be like, yeah, I just kept it up there, and then one day they come up and find the tower is gone because somebody stole it for the copper in it. All right, we've got 2 ticks on the map in this direction. Oh, whoa. All right, 2 ticks on this direction now, so we've got something that's going like 2 of them and then 1 in the middle between them kind of thing. We're gonna find... Oh, there goes shifting again on me. So, oh, there it is. I see it. Power station. Maybe. Radar station. Drone base. It's drone base. Drone base, I'm going to say, because I see the, yep. The troop transport there. I'm not being shot at. Oh, now I'm getting shot at. It's funny, the drone base seems to have the turrets placed less effectively than the other places have. And that's the one that keeps attacking me. Yeah, let's we're gonna pop out for a second. Alright, turret. Chip. I don't see any green on that side. Yeah, it looks like just the one turret. So, we might actually be able to take out the drone base pretty easily. Building on a CB looks like the USS Daedalus for over a year on and off. Size class 28, not close to finish. Figure out what to fill in, so much space. No, there's one thing I've noticed on some designs where somebody's, you know, not sure what to put inside the design. They tend to leave a lot of open space for whoever makes it to use. If you want to try that, George. I know there's one design I was really tempted to look at, and I loaded it in the game, you know, was going to use it for the workshop showcase, and then I found out the whole thing was hollow. And there's that attacking I was looking for. Yeah, the design itself was really elaborate on the outside, looked great, but the interior was completely hollow. Nothing on the interior, left open for you to build inside however you want. So some people are doing that. And of course, Prometheum deposit. A big Prometheum deposit right here by the drone base. Of course, that's where it's going to be, right next to the thing that's going to be trying to kill me the most. Multi-story, roofers went for lunch. Saturday, building ended up burning down. That or the pump you're talking about? Oh, Gav found a building missing and the building burned down. I think you would still find something from the building then. Like, you know, hey, look, there's a little pile of smoldering ash right there. Oh, I see the other thing here. It looks like a defense. Defense 1. Yep. That's 3 defense 1 locations right there. Glad you could join us too, Black Panther. So, let's see. Alright, we got another defense 1. I've got plenty of little things to attack and try to take out this week. We'll just keep going towards the sun at this time. We're an hour into the stream. I'm not going to be able to go quite as long today. I do have some things I need to take care of after the stream, so it'll probably be a little bit shorter, not the full 3 hours we've done the last 2 or 3 streams. Yes, this new radar is helping to find a lot more stuff. You're not having to get within that short little range to find something. That with this, you can actually see an indicator of like which direction to go, which is going to be great for scouting a new planet. But as you see, it's right now just on a hover vessel or on your person. I guess, well, if you're in a small vessel, you can do it using your personal radar. That's 1 kilometer, so that will help a bit. But the hover vessel radar is 2.5 kilometers, so you're really wanting to speed things up. It's going to be a question of what's faster, taking a small vessel and flying laps around the planet, or taking the hover vessel and driving around the planet but having a wider range to know where things are. And no, Black Panther, I have not started a new save game yet because as I said at the start of the live stream and in last live stream, I'm not going to start another one at this time because, I mean, I started one for the live streams, then they did Alpha 8 Experimental came out, so I started another one there, and like 3 episodes or 3 live streams in, it's like, oh hey, gonna have to start another one. I don't want to keep backtracking. I want to actually get things continuing forward, seeing some more things in this instead of starting over yet again. And so what we're going to do is when Alpha 8 goes full main branch, once it's out of Experimental into the main branch, I will then start a new save game again. That way I don't have to worry about having something changed and having to start over again. Because I do have a feeling that at some point there will be another change that gets made and they say, oh, by the way, you're gonna have to start another game again, and I'll be like 2 or 3 live streams into that game save, and it'll be, oh yeah, now I gotta start over yet again. And it's just gonna slow things down. So we're just gonna keep going forward with this until Alpha 8 hits the main development branch. No more experimental mode. And that way, I won't be constantly restarting again and again. Let me out. There you go. I'm gonna get my spice, because spice is nice. And I am Mr. Spicy, and... oh. What was... oh, there we go. That was one of the butt plasma bugs. Alright. Was it Danielle? Weren't you the one asked about the name? Let's go and check out the name of this thing before we get it renamed from whatever this is to Gluteus plasmicus. Alien bug. That's literally all this is named. Alien bug. And it seriously looks like, yeah, hey, Starship Troopers. Seriously, Starship Troopers right there. That big plasma bug that shoots down whole, you know, capital vessels with their butt plasma. That's what it is. So, yes, Gluteus plasmicus is a much better name than just alien bug. I'm saying it right now. Devs, argue with me on this. Go ahead, but Gluteus plasmicus sounds so much better for that type of bug. Oh, wrong trigger. Wish it would leave it to whatever trigger you were on last instead of automatically reverting. Objective is just to play around right now, and then in this case, the live stream today is just to explore and test out this hover vessel from XCaliber, his new one that he sent to me to try out. So we're testing this out as like a utility vehicle, you know, mining, harvesting trees, going out, gathering supplies. The main objective for the live streams is just to play through and test out Alpha 8 stuff. And just the fact that people were clamoring on the channel for me to get back into doing gameplay of Empyrion. And Empyrion is just such a time-consuming game at some points to keep things moving that I don't have time to really invest that much in it during the week where I can keep things that active in the progression. It would be kind of dull. This is more enjoyable because we all get to talk. We get to hang out. And there's a lot of conversation. That's one thing everybody's made note of, is how active our chats are. And right now, I don't have a CV or SV with warp drive. We still have to actually get that going. I have another XCaliber design that I am looking at possibly making some modifications to make it a little cheaper for me to start with. Because he is, if you haven't noticed, XCaliber's designs are really picking up on the workshop. He's really killing it right now in terms of his popularity. So, I've got another design from him that he mentioned to check out that I'm looking at as maybe being the, you know, my small vessel design for going between planet systems. It's warp capable, well armed, got a lot of capabilities to it. I'm going to get some stuff, you know, supplies collected. Right now, of course, today we're just exploring, so I know where to go for supplies. And we're in another empty area right now. But you also can see, right there, we are 15 kilometers from our base. We're a good distance away. So, this is definitely a much bigger planet than it used to be. We don't have the small planets that you're like, oh, hey, I'm 5 kilometers away and I just crossed that middle section where it's now I'm, you know, 5 kilometers away on this side. We're now 15 kilometers away, and it's going to take a while to get back. Might be a good time to go ahead and start heading back, because I do have plenty of points of interest. I have plenty of ore deposits to be checking out this, you know, week during off-screen time as I have time available. So yeah, it might be good to just start going back, see if anything else pops up on the radar for the moment. And also, I need to check my fuel production. I have some stuff going in the mobile constructor. Still not done. But we do have, of course, some more stuff I need to toss in the fridge too. There we go. There we go. And let's... Yeah, I'm way down on fuel. I was 67% fuel when we started this. I'm at 21% now. Or was 21. So yeah. Good bit of use of this so far. Can make your own fuel, but it's not quite fast enough to be completely self-sustaining. You'd have to stop at some point, let it just keep going. Nice beachfront spot here, little lake. We're actually going to pass a silicon deposit. Let me go ahead and harvest that out, because silicon's been hard to find. Now, Black Panther, the two cockpits are actually done because, yes, you have to fly in two different directions. I'm pressing W going forward, but if I switch to the other cockpit, pressing W will still go forward. The reason for that is that if you place the harvester module like on the back, as it is with this design, you cannot, it won't show up in your hotbar until you're facing in that direction. So it's that's the reason for the dual cockpits, like on this and on the DMC multi-tool that I was using last live stream. And yes, XCaliber is doing very nice, very, very nice. Derek, I'm not sure how to respond on that comment there. We'll let my defense come in action. Danielle, take care of it for me, right? Well, here, I'll show you real quick, Black Panther. Basically, if I do this after it kills a bug, if I hop out, the only thing we notice, and we found this earlier, is I'm facing like here. This is west, but if I jump in on the back, then it reverses the way my compass shows. However, I'm pressing W, I'm still going in the same direction. I'm not driving backwards. I'm not hitting W drive backwards. It can go either direction. And again, now if you look at my hotbar, which you can't see that with my face cam in the way, but basically right now I have my Gatling guns in one and my harvester module in two. But when I switch to the other direction, I get my drill modules and my Gatling guns instead. So it's based around which direction you're facing, is which weapons you get to use, which, you know, equipment pieces you get to use. Thank you, Danielle. There goes my defense right there. Danielle to the rescue. But yeah, it's, I guess the designers, in terms of harvester modules and such, they didn't want it to be you placed it on the back or on the side of the vessel and you just decided, like, oh, I'm gonna park next to the tree and I'm just gonna drive to my right the whole way to harvest them. Instead, it was, we're going to actually make it where you have to be facing that direction. I guess so you don't have guns on small vessels aiming in every direction. You just drop in the middle and blow everything up. I mean, that would be kind of fun to do, but I think that's kind of part of the design, is that it has to be the direction you're facing. So there's a lot of designs now coming out that are doing the two direction approach on the hover vessels because of the harvester module and the drill modules, and getting them to line up in the right spot without interfering with each other. Yes, direction to cockpit defines which direction it flies, but also which weapons and modules, attached modules, you have access to use. So now if I switch back to the other one, I won't have access to my harvester module, meaning I can't use it. I can't drive backwards and trigger it. And there is my mining deposit that I want. 542 silicon. We're going to try this real quick, because we have not actually drilled using this design yet. Brand new design, just made it before, just got it set up before we started the live stream. So this is a brand new one. Again, from XCaliber. He just told me about the other day, told me to check it out. So that's what we're doing today. Now, I have my ground drill. We're going to see how well this actually works drilling-wise. Not too bad. It actually is fairly controllable. It's not acting weird as I try to maneuver it. However, oh yeah, my view is reset. I've noticed since Alpha 8 Experimental some new stuff going on with the view, that if there's something in the way, it sets it closer to where your cockpit is than how far back you might have already had your viewpoint set in the, third person view. I cannot see, also cannot seem to get backwards very quickly. The reverse jets do not seem to be working all that great right now at the moment. And I got stuck for a second. This is why I was kind of leaning towards the DMC multi-tools, because the original design has a drill turret, so if I get to a point where I'm having trouble maneuvering around, I could probably sit the vehicle down and then harvest using the turret. This is, yeah, a little weird on the maneuverability of the vehicle when trying to back up a little bit. Hey, Jet Set, glad you could join us. Room for the radar? I don't know. That I didn't get stuck with the radar at the other part. I got stuck like on the side. It's also acting like, you see that glitching there as it's trying to reposition my viewpoint. Yeah, that might be something to do with the radar dish being in the way while it keeps glitching like that in places in terms of my view. I so miss having the night vision goggles. I'm ready to find those again. Can't see the ore in your drill sergeant. Like it's not showing the ore blobs in the ground when you're playing, because that does sound more like just a game bug, not so much maybe the drill sergeant itself. Now, I'll say I've never been a big fan of the drill sergeant. I tried it early off in the game and just found too many other designs that were drastically better. But I know there's a lot of people that swear by it. I'm not saying it's a terrible design, it just doesn't work for me. The maneuverability was really bad. But I know that the only time I've ever had a problem with the stuff not showing correctly in the mining rigs was when the new changes were released for them showing as blobs instead of just a big crater, and that is where I could not see them in the ground. I had to start a whole new game because it bugged, would not let me see the deposits, period. Like, I mean, I could see the marker, but I could not see any ores, even with the ore scanner. So maybe something going on with your ore scanner. I don't know, anybody else in the chat have an issue with that showing up? I'm having maneuverability issues right now with this. It's starting to seem to me more and more with the stuff they're adding here, like for the hover vessels, you're getting closer and closer to that point where you're not going to be able to make a vessel that works fluidly in every aspect you might want. Like, you want the radar, you're going to have to place it a certain way. You end up with a ship that maybe is too bulky to maneuver well in a mining situation, or you have one that works well in mining but has not enough in terms of defense, or, you know, doesn't have a good place for the radar. I see there's going to be a lot more challenges coming. I think if the radar is going to be a big part of this now. Jet Set, you always drill yours by drone. This is so much faster this way overall. Now, Prometheum still having the blobs, that works. And of course, you said you're in Alpha 7, so yes, you still have blobs in yours for your deposits. But once this goes back to being the norm with Alpha 8 is full main branch, you're gonna probably want to do something more like this type vehicle. And oh, I'm getting so stuck. Alright, I may have to finish this off with the drone, because that's not working too well. That's giving me some maneuverability issues. But we are only down to 9% left on it. Let's go ahead. We'll drill it this way. And yep. There we go. Silicon blends in so well with the surrounding rock. Yes, the radar is a block Jet Set, but it's also been added, you know, now that you can use it to detect stuff, so you kind of have to have it there. I think it's going to end up making things a little bit more complicated for maneuverability on this design, since it doesn't have a dedicated spot. I don't know, maybe XCaliber will join us shortly, or he'll see this after the stream's done and he'll make an adjustment to it for incorporating the new radar dish. I can update my design to match it. Let's see. Almost getting some grass. Grassy turf here in the ground. I don't know about how like radar placement will work if I put it on the back. Try not to put things in the way. Like, I don't want it to be, if I do need to use the actual cockpit view, like first person view, I don't want it to be in the way. I also don't know if I could place it underneath and have it actually work right. Take a look. Yeah, see, like if I try placing it on, not there, what was it? Like, yeah, here on the side, and because of the little partial slabs there, it sat way up above where the top of the block would be. So if I put it here, I might could put it in front of this, but I'm going to be bumping this side into trees all the time. That's also going to be where I'm looking out. And then here I got guns in the way and drill turrets in the way. And then this, again, I would have to take these off, or it would be sitting way higher than it should be. So, I don't know. I'm going to let XCaliber play with it and experiment with it. There goes that resource deposit. And we are not too far away now from the base. Just under 5 kilometers, so it won't take too much longer to get there. Yes, the radar is no longer decorative. Actually, we have a suit radar you can make now, you unlock. And then the radar on here is probably not going to show right now because I've already found pretty much everything. It's a very weird way the sun is looking right there with that. But yeah, basically the watch after this, you go back on the live stream after it goes on the channel in the archive, you'll see a red mark on the outside of the radar telling you which direction to go, and then you'll have 4 ticks on the inside of the radar to determine how many points of interest are there, either, you know, resource deposits, actual POIs, things like that. Drop one of the minigun turrets. I'm going to keep both of them because we may end up using this to actually do some attacking, not much. Or I may swap one of the minigun turrets out for a different turret. Though I am probably going to just instead build a actual tank type vessel. Something, you know, that's been re-optimized for Alpha 8, but something that's good for assaulting a POI, or just taking, like I tend to do in the past, is take a small vessel that's disposable, cheap enough to make easily, and just flying that in there, destroying the turrets on the outside so I can get close, and then go in with my hover vessel. And yeah, just said that's how they're getting over the distance. Can't remember who it was said earlier, but the radar on your suit is 1 kilometer, and the radar on the hover vessel is 2.5 kilometers. There is no radar yet for small vessels, so I think you're the one that's saying you like to just fly around at like multiple, like what, 500-meter widths, and you know, watch for something to pop up. That will help, but you can't do it in the small vessel at the time. They're probably just going to have it for hover vessels, if I had to guess, because of the fact that it would give, as we were talking earlier on the chat, more utility to the hover vessels. They've kind of, you know, I don't know about all of you, but there are times when I think the hover vessels are just very much not as necessary. They kind of lose their utility along the way, just because I would always get a small vessel, and that was pretty much the way I stuck with it afterwards. Hover vessels were only for mining at that point forward, or maybe for defending a certain point. Motorcycle, explosives, and a prayer. No. Actually, there is a design I tried out. I may try to find it again and test out. That somebody made. It was a bunker buster, but it was designed so that instead of trying to blow the whole thing up, it was armed with just the miniguns, and all you do is you break your way through, or miniguns and like rocket launchers, you can blow your way through doors and then kill everything inside, work your way through without destroying useful resources. But yeah, there are some designs out there that are pretty interesting in terms of the way people have approached doing those. But yeah, I tried that one out I was mentioning. I didn't really care for it. Just, it didn't seem to fly quite the way I wanted it to. A little hard to maneuver in a tight space like that. But I might try to find it and use it again just to see how it works. So, we are back. I've got my food going fine. We have, oh, let's see how much power. That's how much biofuel has been produced in my absence. So yes. Let's oh, look at my power level here in the base, even after being gone for so long, with just stuff producing. There we go. So I've got that, and I've got some more fuel for my new vehicle. So we're actually doing really well on biofuel now, thanks to all the logs I have been able to harvest. And of course I do have plenty of trees nearby, so I can go and do some more harvesting with that. I'll probably do some more this week off in that direction, which apparently now the rain is making it where I can't see them all the way. So there, we've got 73 logs left there, 58 logs left there. Not too much more I'll be able to get it out of that stack. I will have to get some more. Do have spice and fruit juice. I've been making stuff for things like that. Let's see, popcorn. I need energy bar. I'll just, not grain. And that. Let's dump all that in, and we'll get some MREs going. I think what it's doing is taking some of my plant protein and veggies to make beet, because you can make beet from plant protein and vegetables. Not sure how well that counts as that tofu, basically tofu. All right, let's see what else we've got. Actually, I did unlock. I hit level 16, so we'll see what. Got plasma turrets. Yeah, I can make a nice new turret for the base. I don't think I need to. Repair bay, though. I do want to get that because we do have the repair console. Let's see if I can get that going. Let's try to do the repair bay and the repair... Oh, might help if I spell it right. Repar. That's why it wasn't showing. A repair station. Yo, great. Okay, why is it not showing? I've unlocked it and it's supposed to be for base. Oh, advanced constructor. Yeah, that's right. That's one of those that needs the advanced constructor I have. There we go. So repair bay. And it shows 2 of them. Danielle has started a petition to change the name of Alien Bug on the EGS forums. Alright, so everybody goes to the Empyrion Survival forums and sign the petition, change the name of the Alien Bug to Gluteus Plasmicus. I'm assuming that's what you put, right, Danielle? And yes, the Boving, Breacher MK1, that was the one I was thinking of. Why do we have 2 different repair bays? Oh, the CV is showing up. So, okay, so even though I unlocked the one for base, it's showing both. It unlocked CV as well from the same block. So we have that, and I see it's got an upgrade option for them as well. That's unusual. And I also do not have anything enough to make those. So that's... I may have to go and see what I can find at some of these points of interest this week. We got... What is it? What is it? Unknown structure. Already did that one. Alien tower. So we got that defense. Let's do that. Let's go ahead. I'll check my weaponry on this. Yeah, I've got ammo. Let's get some more. Let's get some more 15mm bullets going, and then we'll take off and try to take out that defense 1 up to the north of us. And there we go. There are 1,000 of those. Danielle, if you will send me that link on Steam, I will share it in the comments and I'll put it up on my Twitter and everything like that, so we'll have it going there. If you want to, Matt, if you are looking to start playing the game, this one, you may want to try, if you're just wanting to get your feet wet, go ahead and do the experimental and start with Alpha 8 like we're going through here. If you're wanting to get something that you can keep going for a while, you might want to wait till Alpha 8 hits the main branch. And yeah. So Danielle, send me that link either on, you know, Steam or, you know, somewhere else. There you go. Alright, so I will put that link in the description after this goes up for archive, and I will post it onto my Twitter and everything. So if you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me there. Also, you can find me on the Facebook. I'm just not using the Facebook that much. I really don't pay much attention to it. I'm more focused on YouTube and Twitter, but I will put the link up there so everybody can go and join in on the lovely petition to say Gluteus Plasmicus is the new name for those butt bugs, the butt plasma bugs, or alien bugs as they are simply called right now. So we've got food, health, and ammo ready, and I've got fuel on this, plus I've got more fuel on my personal inventory. So we need to go that way, and let's just see. Yeah, I don't know the exact number, and it may just be because I've been driving a hover vessel for so long and a continuous stretch today, but it feels like I'm moving faster in this. This feels a little faster than normal. It may just be my perceptions off because I've been in the hover vessel for so long. And yes, we also need to, on the petition, as Nathan says there, change the name of the corn dog plants. I need to go back to being corn dog plants because they look like corn dogs. They look like the big, you know, foot-long ones you get like from a street vendor. Oh, hey, and alright, so now we've got the radar showing up, and this is, again, this is my personal radar showing at the moment, which means we've got something in a kilometer, and There we go. Copper deposit. Found a copper deposit right up here near where I was earlier and did not ever detect it because I never got that close. And there's the defense. And it is so foggy I really can barely see it. Let's try to find where that turret is. And there. Alright, so I am right here. And it seems to be having trouble turning to shoot at me. That's like the easiest point of interest I've ever taken down. It's like the easiest one. Look at that. That was just like, turret's gone. Alright, let's hop in. Side and see what we got. I'm not hearing anything. And it's not opening for me either. Wait, I do hear a bug, but it may just be the alien bugs. But, yep, Mr. Alien Bug over here. That's all I was hearing. Oh, I didn't bring my explosive, did I? My explosives are back at the base. Yep, that's what happened. I left my explosives back at the base. And this isn't going... Oh, it actually is going to break through. There we go. Oh, simple enough. And this is literally all it is just this one container. Cobalt, steel blocks large, solar panel blocks, silicon, shotgun, T1 drill, and assault rifle 2. That's literally all it was. And some generators. So this is going to be a nice little thing to break down. And that's just the door to the other side. Simple. Sound is lagging again with the gun. I'm not sure what's going on with that. There we go. Take out the generators real quick. That's good resources right there. Oh yes, the regular multi-tool is so much faster than that survival constructor thingy. Oh, I'm inside, so I can't spawn my drone now. And why are you doing climbing on my ship? Who said you could get on my ship? That is very rude. And yes, there we go. More of those great physics that they're supposed to be working on, like the lights that just float in midair. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Is there anything under here, maybe? Maybe a hidden chamber somewhere? Nope. Maybe there's something hidden. Probably not. I think this is probably the whole thing right here. I got Mr. Bug here looking at me funny. Especially now, like, he's really staring me down. Okay. Don't like it when I look at you? Well, you don't like that, huh? How about that? That's what you get for looking at me funny. Alright, so one defense point down. We've got some more. And I've still got a little bit of time left before I have to call it today. The weapons bunker, spaceport. Defense 1. We'll go back to that one. Mark it temporarily so I can have me a point to home in on. Sound is still off. I'll have to test with that because the game sounds working fine when I try recording with this setup. Not sure why it would be doing it just on the game sound. Is my voice audio off that bad? Like, I know somebody said it was like 3 seconds off on the game audio, but my voice audio is supposedly fine. So if it's not my voice audio off that bad, then there's something going on with the game settings with it, because there shouldn't be that much of a delay on it. Voice is fine, so it's just the game audio again. Is it 3 seconds worth? Like, is it really that bad? That is weird that it is just the game sound. 2 seconds latency. I'm gonna have to experiment with that, because it doesn't do it if, like, I did test with that this week and it worked fine when I tried to record with the exact same settings. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'll have to look, make sure, maybe something with Streamlabs OBS is like trying to optimize for the game or something. It's not working with the game audio. I'll play with that this week. I've actually got some other things I'm trying to put in place for the audio to help with things, so I'll just put some time in with that as well. Try again. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, that's still, it feels like I'm going faster in this than normal. It's gotta be just that I got used to the driving of the hover vessel. Fine at the start of the stream, and it's now slower, so it's getting worse as the stream goes on. I mean, I'm checking. I'm not dropping frames. I'm not using any excessive CPU. I see my graphics card's running fine. My processor's running fine. Everything's staying cool. Nothing's overheating. I don't know what's going on with it then. If it's like not doing it at the start, it's just as it goes on. Maybe it's something with the... I'm faster than sound. Yes, we'll go with that. That's what it is. I am faster than sound. Just can't keep up. And I'm going to skirt around here. That thing's trying to track me. There we go. Oh, that one's actually working fine. And actually can shoot and hit me, apparently. There we go. Another easy one. Alright. No bugs around this one. Thank you, Black Panther. Thank you for that. Let's see. Silicon. A lot of solar panel blocks. Look at that. 12 steel blocks and more Promethium fuel packs. That helps so much right there. Alright, there we go. We'll salvage this and all this. Yes, Danielle, I will update to say, everybody make sure you like the petition when it gets posted. I will post the link on the comments and in the information for it. And like I said, if you follow me on Twitter, I will post it up as soon as I get done with the live stream. I'll post it on my Twitter. It'll go on my Facebook then. So yeah, we'll get that petition going to get the bug's name changed appropriately to be the Plasmicus gluteus platinus. That's it. Alright, I am not going to bore you with me dismantling this. I will dismantle this at some other point. We've got the important stuff. Maybe. Take a look just to see. Maybe there's something underneath here. I doubt it. But maybe there's something hidden away. Nope. There goes another nice, simple defense 1 taken down. And we actually are close to another one. Right? Nope, vehicle port. Where's the other one? Way over here. That one. Yeah, I'm not going that far right now. I don't have enough time left for me to stream today. So we need to head back. But yeah, alright, so that's 2 simple defense 1s. And got some good stuff we got to really try out. XCaliber's new design. I will make sure to put a link for that in the description too if you want to check it out. It is, let's see real quick, pull it up. It is the Drill Pup multi-tool, or Mutt multi-tool, if you want to check that out. I will put a link for it, and you know, if you've got any suggestions, let XCaliber know, put it on the workshop page, and be sure to like it if you like the design itself. I'm definitely going to be giving him a thumbs up on this one because it has worked out really well. The only time I saw any issue was, it may be from my radar dish I added to the top of the vessel, but you know, it worked really well. Everything getting a little wonky in terms of mobility inside the drill pit of the resource deposit. We are going to get back here to the base, my 6 kilometers away. Keep an eye also, make sure there's nothing popping up, because we are coming through an open area. Nothing's been found here yet. Watch for that radar. But yeah, I've got some other stuff I've got to do today, this afternoon, so I can't stay on but just a few minutes longer. We're going to head back, put this stuff away. I've got 15 solar panels, I think that was it 15? Yes, 15 solar panels, so I think I'm going to outfit some more along the outer edges of the base, see what we can do with that. Maybe increase my solar efficiency a little bit more. Probably going to be working on taking all these supplies, getting some additional resource deposits harvested. Of course, take out both of those defense ones, like strip them apart. I need to go finish stripping apart the power station over there. Get all those supplies and probably start work on the warp-capable SV for next one. See what we can do, because I do have one from XCaliber I'm testing out in another one of my saves, and I'm probably going to build it just because it does have a good bit of functionality built in and will work well for that first one. It's a good cost-effective one, but it is another one of his new designs that's trending really well on the workshop right now. I may go ahead and try to do a full you know, workshop showcase for it, or I may just show it off here in the live stream next week, because then he gets special favor. He gets to be in the live stream as I actually use it. Oh, and there goes more of that glitchiness from the rendering engine thing. Yeah, look at that. It's just glitching in as I get to a certain range. It's the same thing I saw happening with colony survival. If you move too fast into an area, it would load parts of the map way too high, or it would even load part of the map from another section in there instead. That's definitely weird. I mean, I do have this SV. It's very cheap, very disposable, but it's not warp capable. I'm going to need to be able to go to another planet and get some other supplies before I can really build me a good SV. So, or a good capital vessel. So we're going to be doing some of that. But yeah, next week we'll probably be testing out another design. I actually think I'm probably going to stick with the Drill Pup now for my harvesting hover vessel, using this instead of using that. And I just realized I forgot. I got some stuff in the fridge. Oh, good, it did not spoil yet. I forgot I had stuff in the fridge I needed to get out. And yeah, I've got stuff there too. So I'm gonna have to get all that pulled out. I gotta remember that it's got 5 fridges on it, and I might be keeping some stuff in there. So let's toss all this. Oh, and I can go there. Okay. Let's toss that in. That. Plant protein, veggies, meat. I think, now, this just made me remember, I did notice something weird, and I want to know if anybody else has seen this, post it in the chat real quick. But spoiled food has been at 38 for a while now. My herbal leaves here, perish time 0. They're not perishing. This says perish time 5, and, you know, that was not 5 before. They were a higher perish time when I started this, I feel like. And then that's, you know, 22 for those. They're not perishing. They're not turning into spoiled food for some reason. Alright, salt rifle too. Dump. Yeah, that. And rest. Oh. That. Yes. Rest of this can go over here for use as the need arises. All that lovely stuff. There we go. I've actually got some sathium, neodymium, some restroom. So I've got a few things. Might can make a little bit of stuff, but yeah. A J. Randall base with XCaliber craft is heresy. No. I did have J. Randall craft, but XCaliber's design just is really useful. This one looks really good. And I do have something special planned for when we go finally full Alpha 8 on this. My grand end of all game theme is going to be a big vessel from J. Randall. I'm not going to say which one, but I've got it down to 2 different ones I want to choose between. It's going to be a big massive vessel with all these different hover vessels and small vessels carried inside. So I have my own little, collection of ships to carry around. So J. Randall's going to get special treatment at the end. So don't knock the base with the XCaliber designs. But yes, that is it. We're coming up on 2 hours. Like I said, I do have some stuff to carry. I have to go and take care of today. So I don't get to stay on as long today. But I will be getting some stuff done this week. I will work on... No, not the Ultra Mega Giga Core. Or... Mega Giga Core. Though I did post a thing on Twitter joking about that for J. Randall. But not that. It's going to be something similar. It'll be one of his nice designs. And of course, that's giving allowance for him to come up with even more designs. So he may come up with more. But yes, this is going to be it for today. I do have stuff to take care of. Personal life stuff. So we're going to go ahead and call it right here, coming up on 2 hours. But we did get a good bit done. We found a lot of stuff today. I mean... We found these resources. We went to the pole. We found this one. I mean, look at all this stuff. Pretty much, this stretch is what I had already. And this, and even all these. I mean, that's how far down I managed to make it today. And we did find the drone base. And apparently the drone base did remap or something, because it's a long ways out there from where it should have been for how fast everything was getting to me with the drones. But yeah, we've got a good bit scoped out. Good test run of XCaliber's design. And I've got let's see, got 1, 2, and 3 things to completely break apart. 4 supplies, try to get the small vessel going. And if you look here, you see I have found 1 Prometheum deposit. I still have 13 more on the planet to find. And we were at one point, what was it, like right here, we were 15 kilometers away from there. So we've still got all this to explore. And hopefully with the new radars, that's going to help a lot. But yes, that's going to be it for today's live stream. If you got anything, suggestion-wise, be sure to post them in the comments after the, archive video goes up later today. And, of course, thank everybody for watching. Thank you for, joining me again for another Empyrion live stream on a Saturday. We'll be doing this again next Saturday, and hopefully with some more stuff. Maybe even go back into orbit, do some exploring there. Maybe, check out the moon, do something like that. But, yeah, I've got plenty of work ahead of me this week with this and some other games. I've got plenty of stuff going on. So, yeah, gonna be it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm your host, Mr. Spicy, as always. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you guys next time.